Would you talk to a plumber about making money online? A few days ago, I was coaching a client when the topic of email mailings, landing pages, and online sales letters came up. We began our session with a conversation about how important it is to be cautious of whom we take advice from about virtually anything, but in this case, running a business online. There is no shortage of men and women eager to give advice who are not be qualified about this yet. They state it as gospel that something is so for no other reason than they personally don't like it. In the years I've been making my living exclusively from online means, I have heard over and over about what to do and what not to do from people who really aren't that savvy when it comes to what works and what doesn't with online revenue streams. I've also heard what to do and not do from some of the top in their game, such as Willie Crawford, David Perdue, Kevin Riley, Mark Hendricks, Denise Wakeman, Marnie Persson, and Tom Antion, to name just a few. All are my peers and some are personal mentors. These are men and women who are all making a living from online means. They are very qualified to say what does and does not work online because they have been there, done that. Interestingly, the advice from those not making money and those who are generating 6 and 7 figures a year are often completely opposite of each other. I listened as my client objected to the long sales letters many of us use to sell our products and services. I was talking to a group of people the other day and none of us ever read those letters, she said. Actually, we think they are annoying. I calmly listened as she gave me a laundry list of reasons the group had come up with as to why the letters don't work. When she was finished, I simply asked, "And how many of the people in this group are making their living from online means?" She thought for a moment and then said, "I don't think any of them are." "Remember what we talked about a few minutes ago?" I asked. I reminded her of the starting point of our conversation about the importance of who we take advice from. Unfortunately, people will band together to gain support on something regardless of whether or not it is true. In this case, one person shared their thoughts on how ineffective the letters are, and yet, they had nothing but their opinion to support this. They found a group of willing listeners who quickly became active supporters of the belief. Unfortunately, if this group of people attempts to use a long sales letter to sell anything, they likely won't work. Why? Because they have already convinced themselves this is so. Energetically, we do create that which we are so sure is true. We will find plenty of evidence to support any belief we have. And we will do all we can to find people to support our view. Far too many people are willing to state something as fact just because they don't like it. Yet, what they are saying may be exactly the opposite of what the truth is for others. Do the long sales letters work? Absolutely. For some of us they work incredibly well to the tune of tens of thousands and even hundreds of thousands when done correctly for a product launch. But the point here is not about sales letters. It's about who we are getting our information from. Getting advice from someone who has not made any money online is like asking a plumber to shoe a horse when they have never done so. Why in the world would you do this? I sure wouldn't leave the well-being of my 3 horses to a plumber who is a master at fixing toilets. Nor would I let my farrier work on my toilet. Now, if the plumber is also a skilled farrier, this is a completely different story. The next time you engage in a conversation about what is and is not true about making money online, notice who you are having these discussions with. Notice if they are truly qualified to state something as fact. This will mean the difference between success and lack thereof.